Hello, hello. Come on in, get settled, ladies. You know how we do it. Two minutes. Come on in and join us. Take a seat. Pull up with your favorite beverage. 1 minute and we will get started. So come on, gather your things. Gather your things. This is our time. Welcome to all of those who's able to join us. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to all of those that can join us. I am so grateful. Today is Monday. It is Monday. And y'all know we get started. We got to catch up. We got the whole weekend that just passed by. Didn't it go too fast? I think it went too fast. I think it did. And so you all, I'm telling you, Friday come. Next thing you know it's Sunday. Next thing you know it's Monday. But we here. We here. So go ahead on, gather your things, you bring your favorite beverage. I'm outside. Sun has gone down a little bit. It's a little cooler, but I guess I'm on the countryside, so it's not beaming like it was earlier today. But truth be told, it really wasn't a lot of. It was hot, but it wasn't hot like three digits out here. So, with that being said, I do have mine. I am drinking tonight in my favorite beverage. I am drinking a cranberry juice. I just love cranberry juice. So, that is what I'm drinking with a lot of crushed ice. So, that's what my drink is. I don't know what your favorite drink is or what you drinking tonight, but go ahead and take the load off so we can get started. Welcome, welcome to all of our first time ladies that is on this live. Hey, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us. We talk about some things that women go through, and only we can talk about them. So we are here every Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. And I usually do, for those of y'all that's been hanging out with me for a little while, I always do on by Sunday evening, no later than Monday early day. I always do an intro to remind everybody that we coming on. So a great way to not miss us is I tell everybody on this page is like our page. Please like our page. Give us some feedback. Let me know what you're thinking or what your comment on the subject that we're talking about. Okay, so like the page, share the page. Hey, go get another lady that you know has had some obstacles in her life and she's overcome, or maybe she's still going through them. That's what this page is for, women overcoming obstacles. Or what we like to call it is the woo. Okay, so like and share. And if you don't want to miss, like I just said a few minutes ago, hey, go ahead and subscribe. That way you're going to get the notifications when we come on. You get the reminders, okay? So, those of you all that are watching from our Facebook page of Women Overcoming Obstacles, hey, welcome, welcome, my queens. I'm so glad that you're able to pull up. And if you got to pull up a little bit later and you're catching this live, maybe a couple hours from now or even tomorrow, I still say welcome and thank y'all for hanging out with me. got a little jazz music that was going on in the background, and so I'm gonna put it, I have it on low. So hey, welcome everybody. So much has happened this weekend, some good things has happened. um Got to hang out a little bit, you know with friends and everything. We had a little bit of rain, and whoo, am I appreciative of it? Yes, I am. Did it last long? No, it didn't. Do I want some more rain? Yes, because my grass is about to burn up. I'm telling you, I'm to a point where it can't be saved. It just can't be saved right now. We're going to shoot for next year. So, how was y'all weekend? Were y'all good? Did y'all go out to eat? Did y'all have to work? For those that was able to stay home, did you rest a little bit? Did you relax? I mean, what did y'all do? What did y'all do? Okay, whatever you done, I hope you got just a little quiet time in, because again, the weekend goes fast, especially for those that work Monday through Friday. Okay, the weekend goes real fast. Okay, so what I want to talk about tonight, ladies, oh my goodness, a lot of us are going to be able to identify with this. Okay, a lot of us. And a lot of us probably don't understand that it's happening when it's happening. So tonight on this particular subject, I hope to bring a little bit of clarity. I hope to. So we all can know when it happens and then know what to do, going forward. Okay. So I want to talk about this because this is something that I have been battling with, and it's a process for those of you all. It's an obstacle for those of you all that's got the same thing that has happened to you. Okay. And I want to talk about being celebrated versus being tolerated. And so what I mean is, let's start with celebration. Ladies, you all know as well as I do, we celebrate a lot of different things. We celebrate great milestones in our life. Okay, whether it's those of us that's gone back to school and we have finally got that degree that we have been, pushing and trying, and we have had to delay it for a short time, pick it back up. We finally got to the finish line and we are able to get that degree in our hands and be able to hopefully find something, work in that field that we studied in. So that's a milestone. That's a celebration right there. Right there. No matter what age you had to go back or you just starting. That's a milestone. That's something we celebrate. Another one is, we celebrate engagements. We celebrate weddings. That's an awesome thing because, sometimes that may be your first wedding. Sometimes this might be your second or third wedding. And so you're celebrating that and you're just so happy that, it has finally happened. And you have someone that you love, someone loves you back, and y'all are growing together and you're building together. That's a celebration. That's a real celebration right there. Having children. Some of us had children early. Some of us are just having our first baby whenever the time is. That is a celebration for you. You are happy about it. You planning your reveal party. You planning, on how you want to decorate the room. I mean, you deciding on names. It's just a really good vibe, a really good time, especially when you are having your family with someone that you wanted to have your family with. Okay, that's a good celebration. So you know what? All of those things that we could go down the line and talk about many more celebrations and all, but there's also a time where we're not celebrated. And what I mean by that is sometimes people you think are celebrating you, they're actually tolerating you. What I mean by that, let's dive on into it. What I mean is this: the few things I just mentioned about being celebrated, how you celebrating all those good things, good vibes, and everything. Sometimes you can have people around you, whether it be family, whether it be friends. You can have people around you that you think that are happy for you. that you think are there, and they're going to celebrate, they're going to kick it up, they're going to turn up the music, anything they could do, they cheering you on, but they really tolerating you. For example, for example, what if you were that person, that queen, you finally got your first home. You finally got your first home. Now everybody around you, friends, family, whatever, they done probably got their second or third home. But you finally got your first home. You are a homeowner. And the sweat, the tears, the prayers, staying up at night, the stress level, and you got the keys to your home and you are a homeowner. And you have something like a little gathering at the house. You celebrate, you happy and all that. All that. And you got somebody in your house that you invited. And they looking around and say, I like your little house. You got a nice little house. It was the spirit behind it. Why your house got to be little? Why I got to be given in that tone? And as they going on, if I was you, I would change this. I don't like that picture on the wall. You need to do something else with that. Girl, I need to show you what I have. And you, all of a sudden, the vibe was like this, and then it went down to like this. And you like, oh, wait a minute. I like that picture I bought. Oh, I like that. And, everything, it come, just one negative point after another point. But you were happy now. You was happy you bought a picture. It might not been the best, but you bought something and hung it up on your wall, where your name on the deeds for that wall. And anything you do, it's just like a tore down factor. Yeah, they're there in the midst, act like they celebrate you, but they tolerate you. Isn't it a shame sometimes when we are celebrating each other or we're celebrating ourselves, because something positive that's happened in our life? Isn't it a shame that it will sometimes promote jealousy? Isn't that awful? That's I don't understand that. Why would something so great in a good spirit come from a good light promote jealousy? Why? Why is that? That's just one example. Here's another example. I got to give scenarios or examples. Y'all know I got to give it to you. I'm really breaking this thing down. Take, for instance, that's the house was one thing. You at another gathering. Let's say a backyard barbecue. Let's just say that. You had a backyard barbecue. And, we have what we celebrate. We might be celebrating, let's say, someone's child or anyway is graduating from high school. Let's just say that. And what happens is y'all there, you got the music playing, y'all got the Isley Brothers in there, y'all doing the line dancing, y'all kiki and cutting it up, having a good time celebrating this young person that's, finished high school. You're having a good time. And here you got somebody in the midst who is saying these words. Ooh, child, I'm so glad that child got out of school. That child was a devil himself. Really? Child, I didn't think that child was going to make it. He used to be on the street corner. But you're there in the midst celebrating, so say, this person that finally got it right and decided to take a positive route and make the grades and graduate from school. His parents and others are celebrating, but you there eating up all the food, taking the time away from your bad kids, or the hell in your household to come and bring a negative vibe. You tolerating being there. You eating up everything, enjoying up everything. You really don't care for the person that's there, for the people around you that they celebrate. You just tolerating the thing because it's just a thing to do. Who does that? Plenty of people. Plenty. Those are just two examples or two scenarios that I just gave. Was the difference of when people want to tolerate you in the midst of you celebrating. But the minute, God forbid, when a great milestone has happened for that person, they want you on the front row. Have you been there? You understand? Or y'all really understanding what I'm saying? They want you on the front row. They want you to be the loudest cheerleader back there and hollering and screaming in joy for them. And you, coming from a good place, you going to go ahead on and do that. You knew what it took for them to get where they need to go. Even though they didn't celebrate you, they tolerated your stuff because they wanted their stuff to shine so bright. You went for the good spirit and it didn't feel good at all. And then sometimes, ladies, sometimes it comes to a place that you have to really back up. You got to back up. You got to really pull away sometime and recognize the difference. Who want to be with around somebody that tolerates you instead of celebrate you and you celebrating them? Okay. I mean, that's just not, I don't understand it. And I know many of us can identify with it. I know many of us has gone through it. Probably gone through it just recently. You know? And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't. Everybody wants to be celebrated. And a friend of mine told me long, long time ago, and I mean a long time ago, but it was so like on time for me. And say sometimes people don't know how to celebrate you. I ain't think about that. Sometimes people really don't know how to celebrate you. And so nowadays, if you notice, people are celebrating themselves in such a way. And you might get invited and you might not. Because they have figured out who's tolerating them and who's really celebrating them. They done figured it out. See? So they keeping their circle real small. Okay? Because they don't want all the drama. They don't want all of that. What they want is they want people around them in a good place, a good spirit, and just happy times, happy words, good thoughts. You know, that's all they want. It's more people today that are having parties. They giving their own parties for whatever occasion it is. It's more people today doing that. hmm It's more people that you find every time they're together. It may be the same people in that environment, that same event. hmm they're keeping their circle small because they know who's there really for them, who is genuine, come from a good heart, and really mean what they say and say what they mean. That's what's happening. I'm seeing that a lot. For those of us that has gone through that, again, it don't feel good. It really make you question yourself. Like, did I really do the right thing? Was this really for me? Maybe I should have waited. Maybe I should have asked them what I should have done. Wrong. Because everybody not going to do what you can do. Everybody, you can't do what they do and they can't do what you do. Whether it be financially, whether it be mentally, or anything like that. Everybody has to run their own race. And at your own pace. So that's just how it is. And so it's just so unfortunate that something like that is an obstacle. You know what? That it's crazy to me. It's crazy. And so when we notice people that are doing that, you ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to say nothing at all. Back up. Because it's not worth you coming out of character. Because let me tell you something. You come out of character, you become that old person that you don't want to be. Yeah, you're going to be shooting bullets with your mouth. It's going to be Voices raised, you gonna get loud, they gonna get loud, everybody loud. The celebration is going to turn into a whole disaster. Then what? Everybody gonna be talking about the disaster, except and not talk about who they came for to celebrate. That's what I'm saying, ladies. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes you gotta let folk go. You gotta let folk go. You know, and because there's a time and there's a place, there's a season for everything, and it's bad that it's like that. It really is. It really is. And you might really enjoy them when you're around them, but deep down that it just come to a place where you saying to yourself, is it really worth it? When you leave, everybody's gone, you by yourself. You like, why? Why? That's what you're saying. Why? And you hate it. And we ought to get tired of questioning ourselves. Well, we ain't got nothing to do with all that, with them acting the way they act. But you cannot involve those folks. You can delete them mentally, physically, from the whole event. You could do that. You could do that. And you know what? It ain't gonna be nobody's problem but theirs. You understand what I'm saying? But theirs. We have come, many of us, we have come too far, too far. We have cried too many nights. We have worked too many part-time jobs with your full-time job to get to the place where, okay, you can breathe. You can breathe it now. You can exhale. You know how long it took you. I know how long it took me. You know those things you waited on. You know them things you cried about in the middle of the night. You couldn't tell nobody, not your mama, your sister, your grandmama, your daddy. You couldn't tell nobody. You couldn't. That stuff stayed between you and God. And you know that. We know that. And so, since it took that type of work, since it took that type of sweat, let me tell you, you, I, we can do better. Can do better. Because let me tell you something. It's a many days. Raise your hand. You ain't got to tell nobody if it's you. It's a many days. Them little small little blessings that dropped in you wouldn't expect it. Because sometimes the small blessings go hard. They go real hard. Okay? You said you be celebrating yourself. You be right there on your patio like I am now. Whatever your drink you drinking in your hand. And you would turn on some music, had you some hot wings coming out the air fryer, and you be sitting there, you be just as happy and content as you want to be. Ain't nothing messing up your vibe. Ain't no negative spirit, no negative talk around you. And you be just as happy as if you had a crowd of folks around you. Now, I'm not saying, ladies, that's what you got to do all the time. But what I am saying is know the difference. Know the difference. Know the difference of being celebrated or tolerated. Know the difference. And when you know the difference, you're going to be able to recognize it from the jump. You're going to be able to recognize it. And you're going to be able to put it in check right then. And when they call you, hey, I ain't heard from you in a while, this, that, and the other. You okay? Uh-huh. Let them know you okay. You are doing fabulous. Fabulous. And you don't owe no explanation. Don't even go there. And it's not going to take long. Just like they didn't take long for it to spill out their mouth. The negative things they said at your special occasion, the special milestone in your life, it's not going to take them long to figure out, you know what? She has really, backed up from me. I don't see her. I don't hear from her. We're cordial to each other. She's still sweet to me, but I notice, you know, there's something there. There's limitation. There's a boundary there. Now, when you ask, you can, and say it in the most polite way. Like I say, ladies, you ain't got to come out of character. You ain't got to be hollering, cussing, and carrying on. You ain't got to do all that. Just explain to them, if it comes to that point, say, you know what? I'm celebrating me, and I noticed when we were together, I didn't feel the celebration vibe from you. And it's not an issue, it's not a problem, but I just felt like there was something there. And sis, it might be something you was going through, I don't even know. But hey, it's okay. And I'm okay. You just make sure you okay. And leave it like that. Don't even go there. Don't go deep. Don't get yourself upset and stressed out. It's not worth it. It's too much living to do. It's too many things to do. You've already started the race. You've already made the first steps. You already there. Keep moving forward. That's all you got to do. It's just keep moving forward. That's it. That's it. And you know what? It's going to be okay. That's an obstacle you didn't move out the way. That's an obstacle you didn't overcome. You've overcome quickly. And you know what? Then you'll be able to help the next sister when they don't recognize it. And you could tell them to the side after it's all over. Don't mess up the vibe no more than what it is. Wait till a week, 2 weeks later, and sit down and say, you know what? Sis, we was there having a good time. But many of us were celebrating you, and some folks may be tolerating you. Please, sis, know the difference. But you might not have to wait to tell her. She might come in through conversation and tell you. That'll probably be better. Let her come tell you. But if you love your sister, you love your good girlfriend, tell that queen she's always to be celebrated. She ain't never to be just tolerated. Mm-mm. Fix her crown. When you tell her she's already always to be celebrated, you are fixing that crown. Where it's kind of leaning over mentally, you kind of mentally put it back on top for her. And remind her that she's conquered many things. Remind her that she is blessed. Remind her greater is coming. That's how you celebrate, folks. You always got to buy gifts. Encourage her, inspire her, motivate her, and vice versa. Y'all get what I'm coming from? I hope so. Know the difference being celebrated or tolerated. And hey, if y'all want to hear more topics like this, it's more to come. It's more. And so you gotta tune in. You gotta tune in Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. We are here. And even like I said earlier, if you're not able to catch the live when we first start, when we air, we don't delete anything. Go back and look at this. And again, like, share, subscribe. We on YouTube. And for those of us that are watching from our Facebook page, Women Overcoming Obstacles, I ask even that audience there, hey, like and share as well, okay? I appreciate you all for taking the time and hanging out with me, okay? With your favorite drink in hand. You might have your music on like I had mine. I had some great jazz music on. I'm going to turn it back up a little bit and everything. And what I had it on real quick. And I'm going to continue to stay out here and just know this, ladies, I'm celebrating you. I appreciate those that take the time to listen and share this page. I appreciate you. You know what? Greater is coming for all of us. Greater is coming. Believe that. Believe that. You are more today than you were yesterday and the day before. You are more. Okay? You are. And again, hey, y'all be good and y'all catch me. Now I'm gonna turn my little music up because the rest of this time is my little me time. And you know what? How you turn this me? It's my little me time. And so I appreciate y'all. Be well, be good, queens. All right. Good night.